Okay, folks, what we're looking at here is a 1954 Kaiser Special. Now, this was a cousin to a Henry J. I don't know the specifics about a car like this, but it is a supercharged 248 flathead 6 with a supercharger now. Flathead 6. The engine is a Continental industrial engine. And it's got a 4-speed automatic hydromatic transmission, not automatic, hydromatic. Well, he tried to explain how the gears work on this thing, but it's got like 200 drives, and I don't know how many he said. I think it's got 4 different gears for drive. I don't know. But this car does run and drive, folks. This car, he said I would take off to California in this car. It runs like a sewing machine. We're not going to start it up, but it's all there. How cool is that? Kaiser Special, and it's supercharged. So, if you want to haul your luggage on the top of the car like they did in Chevy Chase's show, European Vacation or whatever it was. I'm not sure on that. It was Vacation, called Vacation. Now what we're looking at here, that is a 248 flathead 6, supercharged, with electronic ignition distributor in it. The supercharger does work. This car starts right up and runs like it's supposed to. You can tell somebody's not drove this car a lot because it's pretty solid everywhere. It's unique, it's different. It does have new tires on it, radials. When's the last time you seen one of those laying around in the junkyard? Now, I'd like to know how much more power they got with a supercharger on than they did without the supercharger. I could do some research on it, but we're not going to do that. I'd be looking all day. No rust, chrome's good. Look at the chrome down the side of that thing. That was one of the top-notch cars back in the day with the Kaiser. They even got the Continental kit on it. I'd say that would be factory. I'm not positive. Maybe, maybe not. Kaiser. You can go to your local Kaiser dealer and check out the new Kaiser 54. I bet these light up all the way up like this here. And what was it? Ford Taurus had a windshield, something similar to that in the 2000s. But find a glass like that. Tell me where you found it at. Ooh. Man, they were built good, I gotta say that. The seats have been recovered in this thing. And this looks like some kind of window blind or something from Tahiti, or I don't know what you'd call that. Look at this thing. This is a really, really nice car inside. Ashtray. Cigarette lighter. Look at that. Ain't that cute? It's got the little knob that turns on it. And it's got your little opera lights too. And man, that top looks like almost like brand new. If they redid that top, whoever did it did a good job. If Kaiser built it and left. It's been there all this time, since 1954. They were good car builders. Floors look, well, maybe somebody's put a floor in it. Cut this out and done this thing before. Don't know. But that looks really nice. Just needs some carpet in it. All right, let's see how many miles this baby's got on it. I'm gonna guess 70,000, something like that. Okay. 68,013 miles. I was close, wasn't I? Emergency brake, vents. I don't know what these patches, these compartments were, but they make access to the transmission somehow.
Transmission and
yeah.
master cylinder.
Yeah.
And there's a little rust right there. Hole right on that black tape.
Has the back pans, you think, been replaced or not?
No, that right there is
okay.
the only major rust there, and a little spot over the fender skirt back here.
Dual range hydromatic drive. Poor steering wheel, that's seen some sun, hadn't it?
Yeah. I had a friend that built 50.
And what did you call this stuff here?
Rattan or wicker?
Wicker or rattan, okay. Okay. Well, it's really beautiful in here. I bet when it was new, is the original top, you think?
Original headliner.
Wow. They knew how to build them, didn't they?
Yep.
I've not seen any old cars like this, Fords or whatever, that had good headliners in them. There's a hood pull. Even had a hood pull in 1954. Okay, we got another Kaiser here. This goes with that car. When you buy that car, you buy this car. It's like a parts car. This is a pretty decent old car. These Kaisers, I think they were made out of thicker metal or something, because they just don't rust like normal cars. I guess the water don't set up here. The water kind of rolls off of it, and it gets rid of the water, and it doesn't have a lot of roof rust and stuff like that. And all the window seals and stuff. Now that's something they could, they should have thought of back in the day. They built these cars, they dipped them and all that stuff, but they still rusted. You know, the 55s and 56 Fords and 57s, 58s, the flat body lines where the water wouldn't roll off of them. Now, this car here, I think it's got the same engine. That's right. It's got the same engine in it as the other one over there. Steering wheel has done its job. I'll put it that way. The steering wheel has done its job. It's just deteriorated so bad. But still got the horn button. Now this car has 86,689 miles. You can see the headliner didn't make it on this one. But look at that dash. Ain't that pretty? Pretty and clean. It's got an overdrive transmission. So this is a 3-speed instead of automatic. It's a 3-speed standard with overdrive. You put it in 3rd gear going down the road. You clutch it, pull that out, let off the clutch, you got another gear. You got a highway gear, and that's for fuel mileage and open road. Now there is the master cylinder. The master cylinder As you can see, these foot pedals, they go through the floor. Okay? They had to put the master cylinder down there for the brake. Here's the brake. That's clutch. But they had to put the master cylinder down there in order for the linkage to match the brakes. Now they changed those to where the master cylinder is on the firewall. Not on these cars, I'm not sure, but all cars went from that kind of style through the floor to hanging up underneath the dash. And that way they could put the master cylinder on the outside of the firewall. Make it easier to access. 52701 Skelly Ranger changed the oil on this thing. So 2001. So 2001, this thing was still running. That's just 24 years ago. He said he did have the original seats to go in this car. These are not the seats that go in this car, but he does have them. And you can see the old seat here. They had the springs. They got the burlap sack wrapped around them. That's the bottom of the seat, that's the bottom. There's the top with nothing on it. It's either a horse or a dog, I don't know. I'm glad he was a good one. But buy this one, and you get that one for free. Or buy that one, you get this one for free. El Dorado something. Maybe Arkansas. Oh, Tennessee, I don't know. But here is your little key switch where you can lock a trunk. Okay? It says Kaiser, Kaiser. Oh, this thing weighs about 75 pounds. There you go. It still works after all these years. One latch is all you need to hold this trunk up. And you got all kinds of odds and end parts with this thing too. See? You got your armrests. You got mirrors, all kinds of chrome, door handles, knobs and stuff like that. And that all looks pretty good. Look at that pan in the back of that thing. It's not all rusted out or nothing. If that was the original color of the car, it sure was ugly. Okay, this wire right here went to this tag light. And it's still all hooked up. Nobody's messed with this car really, as far as changing it up much. To let this down, that's how you do it. All right, that's a pretty cool feature, huh? Chrome bumper, no shock bumpers, and the tail light says Kaiser on it. Kind of looks like an old Dodge tail light, don't it? And these right here, they last forever, but they don't put them on cars no more. They hide them. I don't know why. They could make a car. They could go back to making a brand new car with simple features on it and save a lot of money, I figure. But only people would want them was old people like me. Says, hey, those will still be working 50 years from now. Well, the car's not going to last 50 years today. They'll last maybe 10 years. Here's your little side window. If you're a smoker, you might want to smoke a cigarette while you're driving down the road. It sucks the cigarette smoke out. And that thing still works. They could do something like that. But now they're all complicated and computerized, made out of plastic. Look at that door. Still shuts like they're supposed to. Okay, that's the story of the two Kaisers for sale here in St. Francis, Arkansas. If you're interested, you get that driver, you can take it to California with a supercharger. Plus you get this one for parts. We're not going to look at the engine. Saw some wasps flying around there and I'm not messing with them. But it's basically a Continental engine just like that blue one there. It's an industrial Continental engine. And I guess Kaiser did not make their own engines. They bought their engines from a supplier. In the background, you'll see two 1957 Lincoln cars. Now these are a package deal. You buy one, you get the other one for parts. Let's take a look at it. Does the word lead sled ever come to mind? This is the ultimate lead sled car. I'm going to say this thing would weigh close to 5,000 pounds. Don't know. Now this car did have a real nice interior in it and the rats got to it. But the interior was beautiful in it. That's what the owner told me. It's got an air conditioning hanging under the dash, AM radio, automatic transmission. Let's see what the miles are on it. $96,221 miles. Almost 100,000 miles on this old car. I don't see any wasp nests. Thank God. Power windows right here. Let's see. Power windows on an old car like this, 57. This was the boss man's car, or the boss man's wife's car. Now that says Riverside on that air conditioning system. It's got power antenna, windshield wiper, cigarette lighter, interior lights, panel lights, headlights, heat on and off for heat. That's your temperature controls. Heat off, vent, heat. Defroster off, vent, anyway. It still works, all that stuff. And there's your transmission. Park, reverse, neutral, drive, and low. It's the way they're supposed to be. And there's a serial number on it. Looks like the mouse used this as a bathroom. Look, the space-aged door openers. And this was a mirror. This is a hardtop car. Yep. This is a 4-door hardtop car. And I guarantee you these things still work. It's got power windows for the back. Headliner still looks decent, but the seats are gone. And it's even got these fancy smancy hubcaps, 4 of them. All 4 hubcaps are in this car. Those are for a Dodge of some kind, or Plymouth. A University of Arkansas on the back window there. What about these space-aged lines they got on the tail lights? I mean, If you was riding a motorcycle and ran into the back of this thing, say goodbye. That thing would be sticking out your back. And the bumpers, wow. That's a lot of weight right there. And you're wondering, I'm gonna look up and find out exactly how much these old cars weigh when I get back home. But I'm gonna say 5,000 pounds. Oh, it's got some rust over here though. And a dent or two. We're not going to open that door up. That's a little hard to get out. Look how far those wheels are sunk back up under there. I mean, there's a lot of room between that tire and the inside of this fender. I'm going to say there's a good foot. Lincoln Premier. And it's got a power antenna. This guy was a pilot, I figure. Or his wife was, whoever owned this car. Let's see if we can get the hood open on it. Okay, that is a 368 engine. I never heard of a 368. Had a 4-barrel carburetor on it. The carburetor is missing off of this one. And the radiator's missing. But it's pretty much all there, the rest of it. Somebody has been working on it here and there. I've seen one of the spark plugs laying on the intake. Power steering car. And look at that brake. And look at that brake booster. Huh. Vacuum windshield wipers? I think so. Not positive, but yeah, it is too. It's vacuum operated. All right. Well, let's look at the other one. Now this one does have a cracked windshield on it. But there's a windshield. I don't see any cracks in that one. This one's pretty solid in some places, like the doors. Both of them's 4-door hardtops. Both of them's got the same chrome. As you can see right here on the door of this one, the door of that one. I think these are the same year, 57, but the door's jammed. I'm not going to mess with it. The Beavers did have a home there, and the door panels and stuff's gone off of it. So it's a parts car with air conditioning, just like the other one. Somebody has sliced and diced on this, but this right here and this right here, you can use parts off of that. You can cut this off and scab it onto this one if you want to fix that one up. This was an Arkansas car also. It's got an Arkansas tag on it. Lincoln. Okay, the back quarter over here, that looks good. And that would replace that whole thing right there, the whole piece. So you don't have to buy that if you bought both of these cars. If you needed trunk pieces for the trunk to scab them in, you could cut them out and use them, and you never be able to tell that they ever been cut on. We're not going to raise the hood up on that one. That one's kind of hit a tree or a telephone pole. That's probably why it quit running, or they quit driving it, because he hit a telephone pole. So let's shut the hood on this one, let this one go back to sleep. That 1957 Lincoln and that 1957 Lincoln, there's one title, and it's $4,500 for the pair. So there you go. You got a lot of parts you could use off of that one onto this one. And that's going to do it for this part of this video on the 57 Lincolns. Now, I will put the phone number at the front and the rear of this video. So if you want to call Gary, give him a call and ask him about some of this stuff. All right. Thank you for watching. And this is Steve with Dead Car Rescue. We'll catch you on the next video. God bless and goodbye.